Yo, what up? This is D Knight, and you're listening to the Pardon the Interaction podcast. My oh my, we've had so much going on. For starters, in case you missed it, we've got a new addition to the Pardon Pie family, Tara Dublin. Make sure you go follow her on Twitter at Tara Dublin Rocks. Also, pick up a copy of her book while you're at it. Make her day, The Sound of Settling. A very fun and interesting read compared to the things we talk about on this podcast. But yeah, we're heading toward the do or die time for the 2024 election. Go ahead and hit up JoeBiden.com. Get that man like $1 a month or something. Help his campaign staff up and get prepared to try and save our democracy. And make sure to grab like one other person you know and tell them about the podcast. Make sure they subscribe and tune in every single week. We got a lot of things coming up for you this year. We need all the support that we can get. So if you do your part and help us grow our audience, we'll do our part and help elect Joe Biden in 2024 and save American democracy. And this is the Pardon the Interaction podcast. Now hit record again.
Apparently, I can't press record on my phone.
I
have to make you a host.
Yeah, she's got.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, I remember when we had lost the other one, and we're like, okay, we'll just all record next time. So I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Okay, well, I did it. You could. I made you a co-host, so you could theoretically.
Yeah, we can all do it.
All right, I'm gonna start now too. Record.
Okay. All right, 3, 2. Hey, this is wait. We do the thing, right? Who wants to go second or first? Like, ladies can go first. It's totally fine. I don't care.
Well, I like when you started off, and then Carol chimes in, and then I go last. I like that.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
I got avatars. I can be a cat.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave this part in. Hey, this is D Knight.
This is Carol.
This is Ty.
And you're listening to Pardon the Interaction. Well, this was a fucking crazy ass day, huh? How about it? Yeah. Where does this rank on the all-time list of what the fuck days in our lifetimes? Go.
Oh, for sure. That's definitely it. It's pretty near the top.
Pretty near the top.
Well, as far as I don't know. January 6th is still, That's
yeah. I've got January 6th up there. I don't know if it's number one. It's definitely near the top. Planes crashing into towers, because I watched the second one crash into the tower live in high school. That was some unique shit, and unique in a terribly awful way. And number 3, probably Trump misspelling coffee or whatever the fuck he was saying when he tweeted out covfefe. No, this is fucking insane. What in the hell is going on today?
I am on information overload.
Same.
As a journalist, I should be happy. As an American, it's frightening. It's just frightening, because now all I can think about is who to give it to, how long have they had it, what are they going to do? That's it.
So for some background, it's widely thought now that the FBI searched Trump's home looking for nuclear documents.
Among other things.
Yes. So when we say who has it, we're talking about our country's nuclear plans.
Yes, yeah. Breaking news. Homer Simpson stole the nuclear documents from the reactor on his day off, like Craig on Friday got caught stealing boxes. I
know whose house hasn't been raided. Hunter Biden's.
Hillary Clinton.
Barack Obama. I feel like we could play this game all day.
Oh my gosh. And the fact that they were hiding that they had those, I wonder if it's because he hadn't sold everything that he wanted to sell yet, or because he knew the nature of those particular documents and was like, my ass is going to jail if I try to just show up and give these back.
I'm going with option B. You can't be like, oops, I stole the nuclear documents. Let me just send those back, right?
Yeah.
So are you suggesting that he is so stupid that he didn't know what he took and just like grabbed a bunch of shit and ran as fast as he could?
No, he knew.
No,
But
we're
he
suggesting
willingly
that he
gave up-
was so stupid that he did it on purpose.
He
Yes,
willingly
okay.
gave up the first 15 boxes pretty quickly when they requested them. And I think it was in his mind like, if I give them these, then they'll leave me alone.
Right.
But they didn't. They didn't leave him alone. They were not over it. They were not letting it go. But it was just kind of doing one of those, if we give them just a little bit, they won't realize that, we stole the rest of it, Like if you got somebody that's like, that someone's managing their estate, and it's like they give them an allowance and they're like, yeah, I get my allowance, but they don't realize the guy's like, the banker's stealing 10 times as much or his financial, account. But just keeping them happy keeps them from like inquiring into their financial records.
So
Okay,
he
I
thinks
know
our
we're like-
country. Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Go ahead,
All
Carol.
right, man. I'm not going to repeat my half joke that I got out so that it could be poorly delivered again.
Are you sure you don't want to try it again? All right,
Yeah.
I'll cut this all out and we'll reset. Okay, ready? Go.
No. Let's go. Why don't we all just talk about dicks again? We're great at that.
All right, I'll just leave that all in.
Great.
No, look, I know we're like 5 minutes in, but I figured out where I wanted to start.
Okay.
What was, mainstream MAGA's reaction to all of this news about Trump and the boxes of information? It was like, oh, the FBI, they planted evidence at Mar-a-Lago. Okay, I don't know how to address that other than like, okay, let's say, for instance, let's take them at their word that there's a possibility that the FBI did plant evidence in Mar-a-Lago. Okay, right? They planted 30 boxes of evidence. I feel like someone would have seen that. But
30 boxes of
even
documents.
Right, yeah, like 30, right? That's a lot. So it's hard, difficult to miss. But they also planted them somewhere where like it's obvious that like, hey, everyone knows that these 30 boxes are here. Like it's difficult to kind of keep that secret. Okay, fine, right? Well, they request return of the evidence, and you only send them half the boxes back. How the fuck does that explain to me how that works?
They don't. The cognitive dissonance is just the mental gymnastics they do. None of it will ever make sense.
It doesn't
Ever.
make any sense.
They don't even try.
It's like, they planted the evidence and they asked for it back, and I only sent them half of it. What? Okay. All right.
Yeah, right. I mean, but they go, and then sometimes I just want to say to them, okay, stop talking. Go back, say it out loud, what you just said. Does that make sense to you? Like I just sometimes would have just like, really, like, does that make sense? Really? Does it really make sense? Like, how does that?
I mean, Ty, I don't know how old your kids are, but they come up with better excuses than that.
They just lie. They just lie. And I know they're lying, but some battles just aren't worth it. And it's like, I'm gonna let them have this.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay, so whose idea was it that, like, upon hearing this information, the game plan for the right was to get together and smear the FBI? Who came up with that bright idea? Because that doesn't seem like a genius move at all.
Well, Marge had defund the FBI t-shirts for sale within hours, which lends me to believe that maybe they knew, because Trump wasn't there. His attorney was. So they were expecting a warrant to become, the Secret Service was called, coordinated with. They were given the go-ahead. They didn't want any skirmishes, going on outside Mar-a-Lago. or anything. I'm more interested to know is how the hell the ralliers got together so fast to converge on Mar-a-Lago in full Trump regalia by like 8:00 that night.
Well, I have an answer for that for you, actually. Okay, so the FBI shows up at, what was it, like 9:00 in the morning on Monday? They evidently searched the premises for close to 10 hours. You know, that makes it somewhere around 5 or 6 in the evening. Well, that means because Trump's lawyer was there, I'm sure she informed him immediately at 9:00 in the morning. So they had a whole day to coordinate and get their plan together.
I am a screenwriter. I'm gonna have to make a short script because I need to try to get into their mind.
And I cannot wait for the 10-season Netflix show of the Trump administration where it ends with like on the cliffhanger of, oh, and there were classified documents in the boxes, right? That's like season 10.
I am sitting like, I want to know who made the first call. Who was the first guy that says, let's go to Lago. I'm with you, bro. Let's go to Lago. And then how that, like a game of telephone, ring. Hey, you want to go to Lago? Yeah, girl, I'm down. Let me get my shirt. Let me get my hat.
Well, has anybody checked on Craigslist, like recruitment around there for actors?
I think these people were very, well, you know what? No, I was going to say, I think these people were very real. But now that you mention it, I was reading one article and they said that, I saw a big full truck with a huge like Trump 2024 wrap on it outside of the place. And the Blacks for Trump were out there, women for Trump, and all these Latinos for Trump.
All right, let's start at the very beginning. It's 9:00. The FBI shows up. Hey, we're here. We're taking the shit. All right, they call Trump. 9:05. Who's the first person Trump calls? I'm going with Sean Hannity. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean.
Sean Hannity, you think?
Yes, White House senior advisor Sean Hannity, who famously was texting Mark Meadows in the middle of the coup on 1-6. Yeah, I'm going with Fox News host Sean Hannity. Hey, Sean, the FBI is raiding Mar-a-Lago. We have these boxes of classified documents. What the fuck did we do?
I think because the FBI had been there before, and I guess they had hidden them because they obviously didn't take all the boxes back in June or at any of the other times they went. I completely lost my train of thought. Go ahead. Never mind. I have no idea what I was going to say.
No, it's okay. We're all fried. Like
I'm in a breath. Are we?
You have a perfectly good excuse. Like you apparently have the COVID fog by proxy, just being in the Zoom room with Carol and I. Hey, everyone who's listening, if you didn't know, right? Like, in case my co-host sound a little crazy today, like, just understand that they have COVID. Please be gentle. They live in separate states, but somehow got COVID at the same time. It's fucking insane. What are the odds?
It's as though it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Just a really quick note on that, just really quick. So I was reading something and it said that no rainwater on this planet is safe to drink anymore.
Whoa, really?
Really? Yeah. I thought that was just Europe because we have different rain here.
No, I had in my Apple News, and then I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? And I clicked on it. Yeah. No, nowhere it's safe to drink rainwater.
So is it then not safe to eat the plants that are watered by rain?
Because of the chemicals in plastics. Great.
The forever chemicals that they said that there's like literally this is no way to like reverse course. Oh, excuse me. This is where we are. So,
Man,
and
you
happy
know what? I
news,
was
back to the
literally
race.
just talking to someone the other day about the fucking trash island in the middle of the Pacific. I'm
Oh,
like, because I think about it every rare occasion. I'm like, there's a fucking island of trash. Like you could go plant, like build a fucking house on that thing out in the middle of the Pacific. That's how bad we've destroyed. And now we can't even drink the fucking rainwater because there's chemicals from the.
I don't know what those people on Naked and Afraid are going to do now. They're going to die. Because they're always like, let's get to a source of, or maybe if it rains and I built this chute out of, bamboo to catch the water so we're hydrated. Yeah.
Good God, we've destroyed the environment so bad that we can't even have survival reality TV shows.
It kills me when people are like, China produces more than us. It goes, yeah, but they're also 3 times our size. We're a very close second with a fraction of the people that they have in China.
Also, they do a lot of that, for our consumption.
They do what?
They do a lot of their greenhouse gases and whatever, all their chemicals they produce. It's to send us crap we don't need. The crap
You're right. You're right.
Sorry, guys. This was all my fault. I ordered too many things on Amazon.
Well, I helped deliver them, so I'm just as guilty for encouraging the mass consumerism that's destroying the planet. Yeah, we're all complicit. I feel like we got off track. Was there big news today?
Something about no, the nuclear secrets.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, after the FBI raided former President Trump's golf resort in Mar-a-Lago, it turns out that some of the information they were seeking was apparently the most highly classified. It documents in possession of the government, secrets relating to possibly our nuclear weapons arsenal. Yeah, that seems like a pretty huge deal. I don't think that's ever happened before in the history of the United States. Seems like some totally new shit.
Trump's home, whatever the hell that thing is that he lives in.
Well, it's like Motel 6, but by the ocean with the golf.
I used to
No offense, Motel 6. I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that.
I used to be a temp worker in Dallas, and I worked for the Motel 6 corporate.
Motel 6 is like, damn, D-Night, why did we catch that straight?
No, I worked for corporate, and the office was located in what looked like a Motel 6. But when you go in, it was fake. It was a fake hotel. It was all the office. So it's like you go
really
in the
funny.
store and you got like, it was, listen. Oh, sorry.
Okay, that was perfect. We can just end the show right now. All right, that does it,
So
folks.
in conclusion, Motel 6 is fine. We can't drink. We're all gonna die of dehydration.
It was,
Nuclear
The
codes.
Saudis have our nuclear secrets. Russia's
So
got
let's
the
play.
codes.
Let's play. Who has our nuclear secrets now?
I mean, like, what are the odds in Vegas? Like, what's the line? How much
okay,
are we betting?
top choice is Saudis, but not ruling out Russia. What's his name? Oh, Kim Jong-un, the weird guy.
Well, I feel like you're leaving out like the major player, China, because they've already had a number of suspected spies frequent Mar-a-Lago in the past.
Well, they've requested, they've subpoenaed surveillance video from Mar-a-Lago so they can see who was going into Mar-a-Lago, when they were going to Mar-a-Lago, when it coincides with the document. Like, they're putting stuff together.
Absolutely.
They're putting stuff together. But I saw an article today on Kim Jong-un bragging about his nuclear something. He said that he was very happy with his nuclear program. I didn't read the entire article. I saw the headline and then I was like, I can't today. Like I was like,
well, that can't possibly be related to the fact that, like, Trump and Kim Jong love each other. Like, that's not.
Yes, and then remember, his love letter was a part of those documents too. So I absolutely. And then have they been shooting short range ballistic? I know China has been experimenting with short range ballistic missiles. And you see where they shot one like in Japan, like when they were trying to like flex to Taiwan, flex their muscles.
Yes, that was some wild shit.
That show of force after Pelosi's visit, and then they accidentally hit like something belonging to Japan. I was like,
I think it was just in their water. No. Well, just I wouldn't be happy about it. What kind of sandwich you have? It sounds delicious, Ty.
I'm actually eating a piece of that Kentucky Fried Chicken I got yesterday.
So just, we're open to sponsorship opportunities. We would prefer Popeyes, but Kentucky Fried Chicken will be acceptable. And, what was the other one?
I wholly disagree.
Like, Motel 6.
And the rep for Motel 6 is like, why do you keep doing this?
Let me tell you.
Just
I
want
will
to give you a place to
sing their
sleep.
praises. When I travel with the kids, we used to drive all the time back and forth to Florida. We would drive to North Carolina, and it's a 28-hour drive if you drive straight through. So I would always, look for a hotel to stop at. And Motel 6, because of the price, was generally where I stopped. And they have renovated a lot of their rooms. And they're really clean and really, really comfortable. I'm actually getting pretty comfortable staying at the Motel 6s. The Wi-Fi never works, but the rooms are good. Beds are pretty comfortable.
Great. We will take our payment in the form of money.
Yeah.
So
or free, free stays at, rack up your nights, right?
No crypto, Carol.
I feel like the way we're talking about Motel 6, you would think they stole classified nuclear secrets.
Yeah. So we heard from our Attorney General before the announcement or the article saying we should freak out about nuclear weapons. Derek, would you want to go out of that crap?
Yeah, you know what? It's a wonderful way that you put it. Like, it's so difficult to get the timeline together on the way the news happened today because it's been that fucking crazy. I have no concept of time anymore. I don't know what happened when, who did what, where, or why. But I am familiar with the Attorney General getting on national TV and in making it clear that he's had enough. He's had it up to here with the bullshit and the fucking around, and
I wonder, when Mary was crying, unseal the warrant, and they're like, why didn't you say, show us the warrant to Trump? He's got a copy.
He has a copy. If he's
got to kind of how that works,
If he wanted it to be public, it could have been.
And he was saying, I'm gonna release the. Okay, then go ahead, do it. That's what Merrick Garland said.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's what Merrick Garland did. He got on TV and he was like, "Yeah, bitch, it was me. Do something." Okay.
And I wonder what their spin is going to be now. You can't unseal that word. That's a witch hunt. Or they're going to say something.
Well, yeah. Yesterday it was like, if Merrick Garland had any respect for the law, he would release the warrant. And Merrick Garland was like, okay. And they were like, wait.
Yeah.
Like, wait a second. Hey, that's not what we signed up for.
I really wish, though, that they had given some of that Breonna Taylor, Amir Locke Energy, converged on Mar-a-Lago at battery rammed the door down at 3:00 in the morning.
Well, they only care about smearing the FBI when it's going after their MAGA king, right? That's when they stop backing the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And then they're like, abolish the FBI. It's like, for what? Abolish the Department of Education. It's like, for what? For what? Like, they defund the FBI, defund the FBI. Why are they hiring? If you notice, every time they talk about the hiring of the IRS agents, they go, why do we need 87,000? As if those 87,000 are going to be huddled in one room in DC. And it's not hiring agents all over the country that work in field offices, the ones to answer the phones, because over the last...
Well, I think they just hate that it makes Biden's jobs numbers look good.
Well, they're like, why do we need... I
was kidding.
Their job, but they've been cutting funding to the IRS because, Republicans for years and years and years.
Yes, because it makes the wealthy safe from auditing, and that's more money in their pockets. Yeah. But yeah, no, look, I think it is really important to get back to the Attorney General and his fed upness. So it'd probably be a good idea to go over his exact words from his press conference, because I think it was a pretty stunning press conference. He said a number of things that I didn't expect, but I feel like were not only important, but needed to be said.
And he did this, and I have such respect for his integrity after he received more death threats,
Right.
Like after the guy received death threats, and they've gotten so used to performance art on the right, that when someone isn't talking or speaking, or why has there been no, we need to know why they did this. No, you don't, actually. It's none of your fucking business. It's their business and it's their job. But we're like demand, and a lot of things we shouldn't know, because it could also be, coinciding with another information. There's so much overlap when it comes to Trump that, they have to be careful not to show their hand in other areas.
Absolutely.
The public doesn't need to know about. Oh my God.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, let's take a minute to hear the speech.
Yeah, did your COVID act up? I'll give you a break. I'll dive into Merrick Garland's speech here. I have the exact words pulled up. If you give
I want to hear.
Second.
It was delicious.
All righty. Let's see. Let's go here.
And then we have to talk about Beto, because that was good too.
Sure. Okay. Merrick Garland. Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? You think you can do this shit to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light. Who the fuck do you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit around here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away. Because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me. That's right. Shit. I don't fuck around. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose. Yeah, you can shoot me, but you can't kill me. End quote.
And that's all I can say about it at this time.
It was so good. I don't like so much has been. I really died. I don't think he's ever looked sexier than he did giving that speech today.
Yeah,
My
man, it was
loins
crazy
were
how he went
stirred.
all Denzel on him from
My loins were
training
stirred,
days.
very much so. And I was looking at that salt and pepper hair, and he's got those nerd glasses.
I mean, I too was made moist by Merrick Garland today. I didn't know that was possible.
Oh my! And then and he was so polite after the. He's like, no questions. Thank you all for coming. I'm out. I've said what I said. I'm out.
He said his piece.
It's just such a nice contrast with the previous attorneys general that we've had, directly preceding Merrick Garland.
Well, you say that. Name them. Name the preceding attorney generals.
Bill Barr.
Check.
I know more than one of them.
One was a former senator.
You just name them for me while I'm looking them up.
Well, I was saving my favorite for last.
For your favorite Jeff Sessions?
No, he's not my favorite. Not my favorite former attorney general by any means.
I only meant the Trump appointees.
Yeah, but no, that's what I was referring to. There was another one in between Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr. If you're unfamiliar with him, he sold toilets previously, and not just any kind of toilet, but like the special toilet for very well endowed gentlemen.
What?
I bought one. I gotta say, it's pretty fucking fantastic.
What? Okay. Okay, the visual that I'm trying to come up with in my head, it's
Oh
it's
no! Do you need the visual? Because I can show it to you. Oh, you need a visual of the toilet, not
the toilet.
You must be thinking of an acting attorney general.
Well, I mean that counts. That counts.
Weren't all of his appointees pretty much acting?
I mean, because he kept firing everyone,
and nobody could quit. They knew they wouldn't pass freaking confirmation.
No, absolutely not. But yes, Matthew Whitaker, by far my favorite of Trump's attorney generals. Just because I remember it after that, he had apparently been debriefed by Robert Mueller during the special counsel investigation, that press conference he gave, where he was redder than Alex Jones reading his own text messages that he told a judge didn't exist. And he was sweating. And the drop of sweat rolled down the side of his forehead like the guy in Total Recall. It was incredible.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
That was
the bar was lowered so much that we forgot what real leadership. Merrick Garland it embodies what I want to see from establishment.
Are you trying to say you're not a Matthew Whitaker fan?
Yes, sir. His speech today, it renewed my faith in the agency. And
what was your favorite part? Was it like the part where he told them they'd be on 23-hour lockdown, or the part where he said King Kong and got shit?
I think it was the King Kong part. But I feel now after this. What were you saying, Carol?
Oh, I was just saying he was so poised and collected and professional, and I just haven't been used to that.
Yes.
Was he though?
It shouldn't.
I'm sorry, but I don't think he was poised and collected for him.
No, but it shouldn't be a shock to me that any attorney, let alone the attorney general, would exercise discretion in that way. Said, then this is really all I can say about it. Like, what happened to like yelling and wielding your political power for partisan for partisan punishments and stuff? It just what even is the office of the attorney general?
I think that the longer Biden is in office, I think that the people in some of these the alphabets and the regulating agencies and bodies are going to come out of their MAGA fog, their Trump fog. I was reading statements from Christopher Wray, and he was talking about how alarming it is, the increase in domestic terror threats. And he says, I can't tell you the number of times I will get a call or get something about someone having a Molotov cocktail thrown at them. And I was like, where the fuck is this going on? Because he was like, it's almost every day. And I was like, what the hell? And then he says that like the increase in attacks on federal officers and a lot of them have been killed. And I was like, why is this not news? You know, I'm like, that this is going on.
Well, would you like to know why it's not news? It's because the former president of the United States had his home raided by the FBI. That's how fucking crazy the news is. Like, we don't have the time or the bandwidth to like ingest other news. It's impossible. It's a fucking shit show. I actually, like, when I watch like MSNBC or fucking CNN, I'm like, how do these people get on television and talk about this shit with a straight face like this? Like, I don't feel like they're giving this the proper respect that it deserves. And by respect, I mean like acknowledging the absolute absurdity of all this and like losing their goddamn minds, because this is fucking insane.
And instead, they're like, oh, in an unprecedented move, a home of a former president. I go, first of all, stop with the semantics, because that makes it sound political when you say, no. Well, you know, former president didn't sell our nuclear secrets and, you know, sell us out. I mean,
that's because he was black and they would have like hung him in an instant. He would have been executed on the spot.
Later, there is no reason that Trump should be walking free. Those documents were in his home. Possession of the law. If I'm in a car and we get pulled over and the guy driving got some drugs on him, but it's my car, you don't think they're gonna hit me with everything? Like, it was in your home. And don't tell us that you didn't know that 30 boxes were just sitting there and you didn't know what was in them or you didn't notice them.
Well, so Ty, could you remind me, you want him to serve jail time for this, but what happened to Julius and Ethel Rosenberg when they sold nuclear secrets from the United States to Russia? Do you happen to remember their sentencing?
I know who you're talking about, but I do not.
They were executed.
Oh, glorious.
Yeah, surprise.
Glorious.
They were executed for espionage.
Although, to be fair, were we considered at war with Russia at the time? Because I'm assuming that
we're always at war with Russia. It's just various degrees of war.
That's totally
cold
fair.
War, a tepid war, a hot war. It's just temperatures of war. But we're always at war with Russia.
Although, considering the way they're faring in Ukraine right now, I don't think they can afford a war with us. Like.
And if they're the ones who have our plans, they can't afford to make them.
That's true. That is true too. Absolutely right. That guy, Tom Barrack, that billionaire who was Trump's campaign manager, and he got that. He's the one that Trump.
Oh, you're familiar with Tom Barrack? That's fantastic.
Yes. He had wrote Trump's energy speech when he said that he was going to do away with Obama's energy plan, and he was going to. That was because the Saudis asked him to. And I was reading text messages.
I mean, might we be talking about the same Tom Barrack who on day one of the Trump administration was making plans to create a nuclear deal with the Saudis?
Yeah, he wanted to build 40 power plants in Saudi Arabia. And he wanted to build 40 power plants. And I was reading the text message because I did a story on it months ago.
Speaking of text messages by Tom Barrack, do you remember what day in particular he was sending those text messages referring to that nuclear deal, just by chance?
On the nuclear deal, no. I can
tell you. Inauguration Day.
Oh, please do. Wow.
Are you serious?
I kid you not.
Wow. Because I was reading the ones about the energy thing, and him and the other guy, I can't remember his last name right now, but he's on the run. He's been on the run for a few years.
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
But because they were like, yeah, the president did good in his speech. And then Trump they met, there was a meeting with Trump and the guy that was like the go-between for Barrick. And then his company, the Saudis from their, what is it, that fund that they give everything through, that royal fund or whatever?
Yes.
They put like
it's a government-sponsored fund, but I mean, it's technically in BS's play toy, since he has direct control.
They invested. They put $348 million, I think, somewhere around there. It was over $300 million in Barrick's fund or firm, equity firm or whatever. But yeah, they put like 300 and something million in that not long after. And then, gosh, it was something else that he did, because he was all that stuff is like it's coming back up because it's making a lot more sense now. All of these.
I got to tell you, what you're experiencing right now is not COVID fog. It is Trump administration scandal fog, because there were so many. You're like, there's all these details from every other scandal, and they're all intermingling together, and I can't remember which one goes where. It's like fucking putting a puzzle together with a gazillion pieces. And
I know, and it was like, so and so. Oh wait, no, that was that guy, because everybody into fuckery. So it's like, everybody was into fuckery. But Fred Wellman did a really good. Was it Wellman? No, my friend Roger, he was kind of putting together a timeline, and it made so much sense. Excuse me, but different events that happened to Saudis, and then certain payments. But Barrick also, he saved Jared Kushner's ass.
Yes, he did. Bailed him out.
Yeah, he did. He a 99-year lease on this building that was going under.
Yes, it's basically sunk costs for the Saudis, but it bailed Kushner out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since you were bringing that up, I would just like to say my dear friend Allison Gill, I don't know if she returned that sentiment, but on Twitter, at Mueller, she wrote, for those of you who want to pick up the thread, she has a wonderful illuminating thread with links to multiple articles about said nuclear deal and how it ties into other Trump administration scandals. Check that out.
I wish I could.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot she has you blocked.
Oh gosh, what did you do?
I don't know. I'm a pain in the ass.
It's a cat fight between
two.
It's a cat fight between two of my favorite girls, and I don't know who to choose.
I do like her. I like when she does that, like how with the articles and dropping
her stuff a lot.
On her threads.
If only I hadn't questioned her that one time.
Damn.
She blocked you.
I seriously doubt she's gonna listen to this, so I guess I could pick you over her.
I didn't ask you to pick sides.
Okay, well, in that case, Allison, if you're listening, I love you.
Not the Mueller She Wrote podcast. It's one that's called the Daily Beans.
Yes, that's the other daily podcast that she does now that Special Counsel Mueller's investigation has been retired. But yes, yep, that is her. Again, hey Allison, love you. Don't block me over Carol. Don't let her come between us.
Was my begging for forgiveness too aggressive?
Well,
sorry.
I mean, there's no shame, right? Yeah, look, whatever you got to do to get back in her good graces, I totally understand.
Just really want to see your posts. They're really good to read.
You
just have no idea what you're missing out on either.
That is so funny. It's so like some of the people that block some of the people I know, and it boggles my mind. I'm like, what did you do? Like, Somebody was saying, I guess Ron Filikowski had, and I'm always on his, I love his feeds. And I'm like, but all he does is he just kind of puts it out there for us and does the heavy lifting, because I don't want to watch a fucking Trump rally. So between
it's
him,
very difficult. As someone who's live tweeted a couple, I gotta tell you, it's worse than you can fucking imagine.
Well, between him and Aaron Rupar, and I mean, I go, oh, thank God. So I always go and I check them the day after first to see what insanity they're going to be posting. But they're like, oh, I can't see his post. He blocked me. And I'm like, what did you do? Like, how did you piss off Ron? Like, he's not a very like
Yeah, that's a stretch. I don't know how
he's very blonde, not really like a social, but more like to put out the news or things that we need to know, stuff like that. So I was like, did you not like something? It was like, I don't know. But some people, it's so random. And they're like, oh, they blocked me. And I'm like, who?
I don't know, but I know with Allison for sure what probably happened is you may or may not have noticed this, but people give her a lot of shit, and she gets fed up, and she just hits. She's not thrifty with the block button. She's very
she just any hint of her being trolled or fucked with, she just like,
yeah, she just don't give a fuck. And I totally understand. And you know what? Like, because look, it's how long's it been since Merrick Garland's been appointed? It's been what month is this? Oh God, I don't even know what year we're in anymore. March of last year. Today, this is August. So 16 months since his appointment or so. Look, I'm sorry, math is hard. And after a couple of months, like anytime you mention Merrick Garland's name on Twitter, you know what happens? Like gazillions of people show up and dump on you and complain, and they just go on ad infinitum about how Merrick Garland will never do anything. Nothing's going to happen. Merrick Garland doesn't do anything. Blah blah blah.
He'll be personally dragging Trump to a jail cell, and people will be like, I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, right. Right. So today, when I'm like, hey, look, I'm, so glad Merrick Garland finally came through and shut all these motherfuckers up. And lo and behold, people who still didn't get the memo, still chiming in, even after the fucking raid on Trump's property. They're like, well, he's not in prison yet. Like, I'll believe it when I see him. Look, I blocked those motherfuckers too. So yeah, totally understand. Just to, imagine having to deal with the shit she's gone through for months. I can relate.
I wouldn't want to deal with my shit either. So let's move on.
That's totally fine. Look, I might block you. So yeah, don't even take it personally.
That's like kind of, high profile as hers and what she does and stuff. There's always haters and people just want to fuck with you.
Yes.
A lot of times just to be trolls, Like I've seen that on other people's, and they're like, oh, they're clutching pearls and they want to question everything, or maybe one word is different than the quote, or just little stupid shit. Oh, I wonder why they call you fake news, or just right. Stupid.
Yeah. Like, after a million of those, like, man, that girl worked so hard. She's tired, yo. She's tired of this. She's like Merrick Garland. She's like, I'm sick of this shit. Like, I can only imagine if Allison was Attorney General and she got up there and held a press conference.
That would be funny. Carol, when you were taking your Sudafed, did it help? I'm trying to think. I have like a children's cold medicine. So like, did it
more?
Just yeah. Preferably, I want to take one with Benadryl. Really, I wanted to take like a handful of Benadryls. They're like 50 milligrams. The ones that I get, the Walmart brand of Benadryl, and it just says sleep aid. But all it is diphenhydramine, nothing else. So they just started packaging this as sleep aid. But I've got like my chest is my throat's all scratchy and my body's like I've got aches and pains. Like I feel like someone who's like bedridden, I guess you could say, and they have to lay down or lay in one position, or if they're not able to like turn themselves over and stuff. Like that's how I feel, except I feel that way on every part of my body. I'm laying on my left side right now and it hurts like hell. I lay on my back, hurts like hell. It's uncomfortable. And then I turn on my side and then I try to lay on my stomach, but it just feels weird on this couch because my legs are a little too long, so I'm not really stretched out. My legs are like on hanging over the arm of the couch.
Are your boobs too big for the couch too, Ty? You tell me about all your sexy problems.
God.
You know, I was wearing I'm wearing a sports bra right now because when COVID and I wasn't going out, I stopped wearing bras. But with someone that has sizable boobs,
let's just call you voluptuous. How about that?
It gets a little bit. You kind of need that bra so you're not feeling the pressure, because when you lay on your stomach and you're not wearing one, it feels kind of weird. But I have a sports bra on right now. I've been wearing it for 2 weeks. I tried something different today and I go, nah, and I put it back on. You know, because every time I have this long mirror in my bedroom, whenever I walk to the bathroom, I can see myself in that mirror. And I look like J-Lo in my mind anyway, because I'm wearing these baggy like pajama bottoms. And then I've got the sports bra on. So I think about like when she was like a flagger or when she was like dancing or like that kind of look. And I'm like, looks hot. Plus it's far enough away that my stomach looks flat when I look in the mirror, and then it's kind of dark. So the shadow, it picks my day up when I see myself in that.
I mean, all of that sounds so incredibly hot, and then you like sniff and you just ruined the mental image.
It's not. Like I said, I've been wearing this for 2 weeks and boots, sweat and all.
Well, I mean, I imagine you showered since sometime in there. Fingers crossed.
And I put the same dirty ass clothes back on.
Well, even if you haven't showered,
I took one yesterday. I did take a shower yesterday. I did. Because, you know, we've been home and then the kids, and then I was kind of a little bit tired. And then I was looking for soap because the day Chris tested positive, I'm like, okay, we need to quarantine. We ran out of toilet paper. We didn't have anything to drink. The soap was gone. I was like down to the little, and I go, please let there be one more bar from my Sam's trip. And so I'm under the sink, just tossing stuff around, and I found a bar of soap. So I was able to take a shower, and it was like, great. I did order some toilet paper from DoorDash. So I was able to get some a little bit later in the day, which was good.
I don't know why we didn't start the show with this story.
Getting toilet paper from DoorDash. I want
the boob sweat and the sports bra.
Order everything. Like,
if there's anyone in the Santa Teresa area who has extra toilet paper and a time machine, please go back to last night and give it to Ty.
And give it to me. Thank you, please. Anyone out here. Because I can't leave the house, all I want to do is leave the house.
Yes, I totally understand. Grass is greener. As someone who's been leaving their house every day, nonstop since the beginning of the pandemic, I hate every motherfucker who works from home. I hate you with I envy you so badly, and I hate you.
I've been sitting and I want to do shit that I don't even do. I'm like, man, I want to go to the zoo. Like random shit. When I was like, just the stuff I want to eat it's not what I usually eat. And then it's like, and I'm sitting there like, man, I'm so thirsty. I want a soda right now, but I don't have a soda. and I can't get a soda. So all I'm thinking about is soda or Dr. Pepper is my favorite, or soup. I don't have any soup. And all I want is soup right now. And I'm too lazy to like make some beans my struggle meal favorite because it's all soupy when I eat it. So it really hits that comfort spot inside.
Well, at this point, I'd say I think it's time for a commercial break. You are listening to the Pardon the Insurrection podcast, where we start off with a former president of the United States selling national security secrets, and we end on soup and sports bras.
And boob sweat.